Hi guys. It's been a while. I've had a rough couple months and glad to be back. I'm gonna try to make a video a week. And we're gonna finish I'm hoping we finish her today. I'm hoping we can get everything dry and all. What I had done was I had done the face in the last videos where I stopped. I cut her out, glued her on with just some matte medium and let her dry, and we're going to go on to the next step. So what I'm going to do is for her hair, you see I painted it yellow. I'm going to probably keep it yellow, but what I thought I would do was take some Liquitex blended fibers and we're going to just smear some of that on there just to give it some texture, and we shall see when I take draw paint pictures rather and glue them on to a canvas that I have done the background. Sometimes it depends on my mood. And we'll just keep that clean. What I do is I make sure I put molding paste or some sort of thing on it so you can't, and I make sure I go around the edges so you can't really see where the paper begins or ends. That's just my thing. Maybe a lot of you do it like that. I think it makes sense, and I'll go back and clean. I just want a thin coat. I'm not going to do real thick because it'll take forever to dry, and I want to try to get as much done here as I can on this video. Worst case scenario, everything kind of has to dry, and I'll come back and finish up, and then I'm going to do a drawing of all my YouTube fans, and somebody will get the painting. I love doing mixed media. It's so freeing. And I'm actually in a dark art swap coming up that I'm finishing up to get my first post out, my book. And I'm very anxious and excited about that because I really do enjoy dark art. I love angels because they're very inspiring. And although I'm not very, religious, I guess is the word I want to say. They inspire me. I used to collect them, and none of us really know. We have beliefs and that kind of thing. And I had a year where I did, gosh, so many angels for people with their animals, and just pictures of paintings of angels for people that they requested. And it was a lot of fun at the time, but I did need a break because got a little bit much. So this is called Liquitex Blended Fibers. So we're going to see what this is kind of like when it dries and what the paint does over it. Now, if you don't have a tool like this, you can always use your paintbrush, which I probably will when I'm done here, to make sure I get all the edges and then in the small places to kind of spread it around a little bit better to make sure it doesn't really look like it's added on there extra. Like I said, you just want it to overlap a little bit. I think now I'll get my paintbrush and scrape that off. And we'll use this paintbrush. I'm just dipping it in there, and I see here I just want them edges to kind of blend. And then I can even go back in with the color that's underneath here if I want, or add the yellow over it just so it extends. Just, hair never looks so straight. At least mine doesn't. I have that naturally curly hair. And even when I straighten it, it has a life of its own. So we're just trying to get some texture on the outside here. Clean it up a little bit if you want. top, or you can leave it, I mean, you can extend it out really as much as you want. And we're going to go over it again with yellow, so it doesn't matter if it picks a little bit up from the edges or, you know, whatever it does. We're just kind of trying to add some texture in the hair. And like I said, you know, you go in and clean up. But I figured I can do this and then leave it dry. And I'm going to use a different thing on a different texture gel on the wings. Which I'll show you in a second. And you can even, I mean, you know, take some of this and you know, if you want to put it in other places, to add a little bit of texture and go over, you know, I mean, it's up to you. You could do whatever you want with it. This I'm just going to be happening to do the hair with. Now, mind you, I sprayed a watercolor spray. And you can see some of the purple coming up. I don't care because I'm going to go over this with yellow. So it really doesn't bother me too much. And if it does, if the yellow doesn't cover it very well, I'll go in and put purple highlights, or I'll change the hair color. The fun thing with mixed media, there are no rules. You just kind of do what you want to do. You know? You just kind of play with it, make it go kind of the hair direction. You know, but there's really, you do whatever you want. Some people have problems with their hands. I have rheumatoid arthritis and I have fibro, and I know a lot of artists that do. Some days you might be having a bad day, so if you don't care, you know, you don't have to make the hair go the same way. The whole point is creating and not having to feel like you have rules. You know, to do the best that you can and enjoy it while you do it, and, you know, believe people when they say, hey, you know what, that's pretty damn good. Because that's what it's about. It's just creating, and when you're and sitting back and looking at it and thinking, hey, not too shabby. And art heals, so it's very therapeutic. All right, I think we're pretty good. Because I will be putting things in her hair, you know, like different things in her hair and all. But I want to kind of get the wet stuff done that I want to put on here so it can dry while I continue. Just going to rinse out my brush. And again, this is called Liquitex Blended Fibers. And we shall see what that does. Now I'm going to take the Liquitex La 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 glass beads. And I'm going to put that on for the wings. And you can see, let's see how well you can see in there. If I can, it's texture with little, almost looks like, where we at here? La 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 la, tapioca. So we're going to see what this bad boy does. I've used it once before, but not as a, you know, like what I'm going to try here. And let's hope that it dries while I play around with the rest of the stuff. Now again, you could take it outside a little bit of the wings to kind of make it look like it blend. You know what I mean? It's not an extra added thing. I think that's great. If it doesn't bother you, you know, there's so many different ways you can do this. This is the way I'm choosing to do it today. make these wings nice and textured. One wing. You can see I got some yellow on there because when I cut her out, I didn't know exactly how I wanted the hair. Which really doesn't matter because I'm going to paint over these anyway. Or add paint, you know, do something. Probably paint since I'm doing this texture. Again, just add some depth and something different to try. And actually, liquid. I don't know if it's Liquitex or Gold. I think they probably both have it, where you can buy these little texture like kits of these little texture samples, and you get like a small bottle. And that's how I discovered them all. I have the Black Lava and the Fiber Paste and you know all that kind of stuff. So let me try to get. Some wings on here so you can see me putting this on. There you go. It's been a while, so please forgive me. But, and you can get them and try them and see what you like. Now, I have some, my dogs are barking thinking I have somebody in here. I have some extra, you know, a little bit extra, the glue and all on there. The paste, so we'll just kind of zing it there and I'll throw something over that or just leave it like that and see how it dries and see what we do. That's the fun with mixed media. Experiment. You know, I scrape it off and... Okay, so I'm gonna move my camera back a little bit as we continue. So give me a second. Okay. So here we are. And we have our wings with the glass bead Liquitex and the wings with the fiber paste. And this needs to dry before we go any further. So I'm going to add, we're going to do some stencils now and see how they come out to kind of blend. I'm trying to think how I want to do that, what I want to do here. I think I might do, I bought 4 paints from Stuart Gill. The Byzantina, I believe it's called. It's a mixed media fabric paint, and I think I might do her outfit green and then outline it. So let me do that real quick. And it's a beautiful metallic-y color. I'm gonna paint this all in here. I think what I might do is once I get this painted on, I'm going to stop the recording, and we got this far, and I'm going to blow it dry. And then what I'll do is start recording again once everything's dry and then continue on. So I don't have to make this an hour video and everybody can kind of see what we got going, you know, going on, and when everything's dry and I can finish. I think that's probably the best idea. And you can see I got some glass beads in here. The glass bead gel. And if you get it on and just kind of, you know, wipe it off a little bit. It smears, no big deal. It just adds to the And I will be adding stuff onto her shirt and then filling out her arms. So, and I think because we don't have much green on here at all, except her eyes and all, I might take, let me find a stencil real quick before I continue, because I'm going to have to go change my water and do everything anyway. Let's take a stencil. We'll just take a very easy stencil and we'll just do a little over the green up here. And we're just going to kind of pounce. And we're just going to add a little bit of green. And I'm not doing the whole stencil. Just to kind of bring out a little bit of the green. And we'll calm it down once we're done. Do a little bit here. Just, you know, you just want to add that little touch. So it looks like it all goes together. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. So this is done. I'm gonna stop the recording for now. I'm gonna hit this with the heat gun, give it a few minutes to dry, and then we'll come back and we will do some stencils once everything's dry, do her face and finish this up. So thank you very much for watching this, and I shall return, and you're probably going to get 2 videos today. So thanks for watching. My blog is knittingandthings.com. It's a website. I really haven't updated lately because I've been having some issues, but I'm really going to make a point to do so. And leave me a comment, and when the painting's all done, I'm having a contest with my YouTube subscribers. Those who leave a comment on the finished video of the last video of this painting will win the painting. So hopefully you're lucky and you get to win it. So I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.